Alright, so let's check out the differences between the packaging for the new Yamcha Earth's Foremost Fighter and the first release Yamcha. As you can see here, they're pretty much the same height, just different colors. Old Yamcha uses the blue color here on their box and orange on the new one. And when it comes to thickness, the old Yamcha has a thicker box because of the Cyberman that's included with him. And check out the top here, images of Yamcha here, and then on the bottom, so this is pretty much the new style of packaging that they have. So images of the figures also, and here on the side we have more text. You have Yamcha Earth's Foremost Fighter, and you just basically have Yamcha on the old one. And that's the thing with the new figures coming out today. They're adding more titles to the figure now. So, and then on the back, as you can see there, pretty much the same thing. Your typical SA Figuarts images of the figure and accessories. That's how these packages compare. Alright, so let's compare the parts and accessories that came with the two figures. We have new Yamcha on the left, and on the right we have first release Yamcha. So new Yamcha is based off on the Android Saga version, and it comes with the parts for Dr. Gero. And on the right we have first release Yamcha, which is based off on the Science Saga. That's why he comes with a Cyberman. So, and as you can see here, he has his look in the Android Saga. He had the spiky hair and all that, and his face plates come with have the hair molded onto it, which is I thought I was gonna be able to swap the faces between the two figures, but unfortunately I won't be able to do that. So that kind of sucks. I was looking forward to that. But since this has hair molded into it, you can't really swap the faces. And on this one, he has on this faceplate we have Dr. Gero's hand holding his face right there, just like in the anime and manga. And we have a hand part here for Dr. Gero, where he actually uses to stab Yamcha in the body, and here's another attachment that goes on Yamcha's body, and you attach it to Dr. Gero, Android 20, which is already on sale right now, and he's pretty much out everywhere. And he comes with 6 extra hands, and the same thing with the old Yamcha. Pretty much it's the same hands. There's no difference between the hands. Maybe a little bit of maybe the colors a little different, but they look similar. The colors look very similar. I think they didn't change that much. And also the old one has 3 extra faceplates, and he comes with the Cyberman, which is pretty awesome. So a lot of collectors are looking for this Yamcha right now because of the classic look in Dragon Ball Z and the Cyberman that came with him. Alright, so let's check out the differences between the two figures, and the pretty obvious one are the head sculpts, as you can see there. Very different designs. And also the faces are designed differently. The new one has smaller eyes the older one has smaller eyes compared to the new one, as you can see there. And I also noticed this, but the X scar on the left side of his face are at different positions. It's also different the way they designed this scar between the two figures, and the one on the right looks more like a cross, and the one on the left just a regular X scar. As you can see here, the positions of the scars are different parts of his cheek. On the new one, you have it on his cheekbone and closer to his eye, and on the right we have him more on the center of his cheek. I don't know which one's more accurate to the anime. I have to check that out. But on the scar on the right, it's pretty much the same. It comes across his right eye. And also a difference here is, as you can see, on his upper torso, on his clothing, he has a deeper neckline, almost reaching his abs, and on the right, it covers pretty much this whole chest. And they have 2 different symbols here. We have the Kaio symbol on the new one, and we have the Kame symbol on the right. And differences, the colors are a little different on their clothing. We have the old Yamcha has a little brighter orange, but the old one has like a like a darker orange, more like almost brown color to it. And you have different color wristbands and belt. As you can see there, we have darker blue wristbands and belt color on the new Yamcha, and compared to the old one, which is a more like a brighter blue color or tint. And then on the comes to their legs and feet, I feel like which has more. I think the shading's almost the same, but the I think the shading on the on the old Yamcha has they put kind of more like shadows to it, or more just to give it more detail. Same thing almost to, but this one has more like orange shading to it on the pants. And on the bottom part, you see here on this part of his bottom part of his pants, it's black painted, and this one same thing, it's black. But when it comes to the shoes, there's a difference in the color. You have navy blue color on the new Yamcha, like that, and on the old one you have black shoes. So, but the bottom of the feet are almost the same also. And check out the back here. We have two different symbols. So actually they're the same. I thought it was going to be the same symbol as the front for the new Yamcha, but I didn't know that it had two different symbols in the front and the back. So you have the Kame symbol on the back, which is the large, it's pretty big right here. And same thing here on the right from the old Yamcha, you have the Kame symbol, which matches the one in the front. But on the new one, it doesn't match. So I don't know if that's on purpose. I have to check that out, compare that to the anime and manga also. But yeah, I really like the new how they painted and applied the new symbol on the back of the new Yamcha. I really like it's more white. This one's off white, as you can see there, and as you can see, there's a little bit of rubbing here, or kind of like the paint came off and stuck to the back of Yamcha's hair right here. So that's quite kind of like rubbed off. So, but that's how these two figures compare. All right, so now let's go ahead and check out the articulation of the figure. Start with the head. He's on pretty much on a ball joint. You can rotate this, and he can pretty much look up pretty well. Check that out. And then let's have him look down. The face plate is actually, the front of the face is not actually popping off when he looks down, which is pretty nice. And I think a lot of people have pointed this out. The neck is a little longer on this version of Yamcha. It kind of looks real. I think if you really pose it right, it won't really be that obvious that he has a long neck. But man, from looking at this, yeah, it looks like his leg is a little long. And he has the old 2.0 body sculpt, which is kind of like disappointing. And Tamashii Nation missed an opportunity here to really make a good Yamcha figure. And let's check out the arms here. Man, it's kind of like, they just took the easy way out on creating this figure, and they could have done something way better, than using the old body sculpt on this Yamcha, So let's check out the elbows. We have biceps holes there. That's good. And then you have your torso here. You can rotate that. Can look up and add a little bit of an ab crunch here, look down, and then he has his wrists are in the ball joint too. You can rotate that, and then his belt, you can move this around, but I wish they could have designed a better belt than this. It looks so plain and just it just goes down, like there's no, like, it doesn't look animated at all. And then here, you can do the splits here, much there. You can rotate his thighs, but you can really do the splits this way, so that's pretty nice. That, and so far the joints are pretty good on mine. And then check out the knees. Boom. Then that too. And then his ankle joints are, I think, I'm not a fan of these ankle joints. Look at that, it's just on a ball joint here, and you can't really pull off some really good poses with his feet. It's kind of disappointing. The new figures that are coming out, the new Gohan, they really fixed the ankle joint on that one, so that's pretty good. and then you have your toe joints here. So, but you can still pull off some decent poses with this, but very limited, as you can see there. Kind of disappointed with that. Check out the back here. Alright, so if you want to replace his faceplate, it's pretty easy. It just comes off like so. From here, just remove that. Pop that off. There you go. And then, let's attach this one. So, let's go ahead and use this. And there you go. Boom. Yeah, it looks pretty badass with that one. Alright, so let's go ahead and use the other parts that came with Yamcha for Dr. Gero or Android 20. So let's go ahead and attach the parts that would go on Yamcha's body first. So this one goes on his front, right here. And just snap it on like that. There you go. Pretty easy. Check that out. And on the back, we attach this one where his Dr. Gero's hand goes through. So just snap it on like so. There you go. It's pretty easy. There, check that out. And then next up, we take Dr. Gero, and I already removed his left hand. So that was the one that holds Yamcha's face, and just attach it like so. It's pretty easy. It pops in really well. So boom, there you go. So I did that first, and then on this part right here, this is where you attach his right arm. So you just pop this off like so. There you go. And then you insert Dr. Gero's arm right there. As you can see, that's pretty easy. Oops, I forgot to remove Yamcha's face. So let's pop that off first. Come on, there you go. Oops, his arm, this whole thing came off. All right, let's reattach. Let's reattach this part first. You can do it your other way, whatever is easier. And then let's attach his face. There you go. Oops, there you go. Check that out. Boom. So you just fix it. There. If you want to pose it, you can probably do a better job right now. But right now, I think the way his position right now is very awkward. So once you start posing it the right way, you can attach the the figure properly to Yamcha. There, but there you go. There he is. So they're supposed to be standing up, but I'll fix this later. Alright, so let's do some height comparisons with the other figures in the Dragon Ball Z SH Figuarts line. As you can see here, we have Tenshinhan on the left, which is a little bit taller than Yamcha. Same thing as in the manga and anime. And on the right, we have first release Yamcha. Pretty much the same body sculpt, but the neck of the new Yamcha is a little bit longer, so it appears that the new Yamcha is a little bit taller than the first release one. Raised on Earth Goku and Scouter Vegeta 2.0. Kid Gohan and Krillin, strongest man on Earth. And we have Trunks, boy from the future, and Piccolo, the proud Namekayan. we have Dr. Gero, Android 20, and first form Cell. So overall, the new Yamcha is still a very good figure, you know, even though it uses the 2.0 body sculpt, like they used it on the first release one, and I'm glad they at least made some improvements to it and some minor changes. You know, they changed the upper body right there, and as you can see here in the chest area, and of course they gave us new head sculpts, which is pretty nice, you know, to match his appearance in the Android saga. And of course, you can see here too with the how they improved the symbols on his back. It is he has the symbols on a white background now, which you can see it clearly. You know, before it was like an off-white color, and you know, not much improvement on the colors. I guess they just changed it a little bit. You know, different shading. You know, but I'm glad they included the Android 20 parts for with this figure to recreate that scene where Dr. Gero or Android 20 stabs him in the heart. So that's pretty nice. But you know, I think Tamashii Nations didn't really. They kind of took the easy way out, you know, and I felt like they could have like really improved this figure and gave us a new body sculpt. You know, I really didn't like the ankles of this figure. It's on a ball joint, it's very limited, and the way they're making ankle joints now for Dragon Ball Z figures are way better, you know. And you know, you'll notice in the new Gohan that's gonna come out, and even the old, even with the, you know, the Ultimate Gohan figure and the Ultimate Piccolo, I mean the Orange Piccolo figure, they really improved the ankle joints on those. So hopefully we'll see that more in the future. And but they just gave us like for this figure, you know, you have your old hand parts, same thing like every other Goku figure too. You know, that's what they did with this Yamcha. But I'm really interested in what you guys think about this new figure, and just leave a comment on the video. And but still a very good version of Yamcha. And that are some of the brand new SH Figuarts Yamcha, Earth's Foremost Fighter. Check this figure out in hand. And check that out. Hopefully he's in focus right there. And it's still a very nice looking figure. You know, it is still using the 2.0 body sculpt, you know, same as the first release one. But they did make some changes to the hair. He has shorter hair now and different facial expressions to match his appearance in the Android saga. So if you want this figure now, he is pretty much out in Japan. He is a premium Bandai exclusive. So you had to pre-order him in advance. And also you could have pre-ordered it at Premium Bandai USA. So if you pre-order from that side, you'll probably get him in a few weeks. And you know, since he's already out overseas, you know, and unfortunately, if you missed out, you have to pay extra for him. You know, it might be a higher price, but he is cheaper than the original one. So, you know, I think the original one's going for maybe 150, 120, 150, or maybe even higher. I haven't checked the prices late, but I'm really happy for new collectors, you know, and for those who missed out on the first release one, that they'll be able to add Yamcha to their SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z collection. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for tuning in once again. I really appreciate the support, and please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.